But within a year and a half of talking to Osho for 41 minutes, I'd given all my companies away, taken my shoes off and decided to walk around Australia and look for my heart. And so how he affected me, he turned my life upside down.
What was the most important thing that you learnt from Osho?
To make it really simple, yes equals freedom and no equals suffering. Acceptance equals freedom and non-acceptance or resistance equals suffering. I also learnt that there was a thing called enlightenment, which I hadn't really heard of before I met him. And in sitting in front of him and talking to him, I felt the absence of him. And I realised I'd never met another human being on the planet like this man. There was just nobody there. He was talking to me, but there was nobody talking, and I could feel it. He had such a lovely presence. My mind started stopping while I was talking to him, and I'd never experienced that before. And I realised, wow, there's two types of people on this planet. There's those that are awake, enlightened, and there are those who are asleep, the majority. And I had the good fortune to be speaking to an awakened one.
How did Osho's presence affect you personally?
At the time, I didn't think it had affected me that much. But within a year and a half of talking to Osho for 41 minutes in an interview, I started having massive Satoris, finding myself as the universe, every particle in it being love. And within a year and a half, I'd given all my companies away, taken my shoes off and decided to walk around Australia and look for my heart. And so how he affected me, he turned my life upside down.
What did Osho teach you about love?
It's the only thing that's valuable here. There's nothing else valuable here but love. The way of the heart is the only way to live here. Every other path is selfish and causes misery. I started finding heart, glimpses of heart after the interview as well. Something that I hadn't experienced before because I was too closed. As a businessman, I was too closed. And it was just so beautiful to feel unconditional love and to realise that there was something better to go for here than money and power and properties and cars and whatever else. That love is the true jewel of consciousness, and it has more value than anything.
Did Osho ever challenge you in ways that you didn't expect?
I can only go back to when I interviewed him, and I didn't expect him to be able to stop my mind. But while I was talking to him and I was reading my questions, my mind started to stop. And that was a real challenge to keep talking, because I was reading and my questions, and I could only read one word at a time, and I was so in the moment with it that I didn't know what I'd previously said, what the previous word was, or what the next word was coming, so I just read one word at a time. It was mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. He got me.
Is there a particular Osho teaching that has stayed with you over time?
He told me he was an ordinary man. And I realized that to raise consciousness levels, you have to become ordinary. You can't be a big somebody. You can't be egotistical and raise your consciousness levels. You have to become ordinary, a no one going nowhere. When I first heard him say it, I didn't understand it because he seemed so special. But I realized that to become enlightened, you have to be ordinary. You can't be a big somebody going somewhere because it takes so much effort to be a big somebody going somewhere. And it takes absolutely no effort to be a nobody going nowhere, to be ordinary. And in that relaxed state of being ordinary, awareness can find itself, beingness can find itself, enlightenment can happen.
What was it like for you to be in Osho's Buddha field?
It gave me clarity like I'd never had before, to see things that I'd never seen before. It made my heart sing. I became totally devoted to him. And I simply was not a devotional type. I was a three-piece suit man, a publisher. I shocked my whole family and all my old friends by turning up with orange clothes and wearing a mala with a picture of him on it. No one could believe it. He had my heart.
Is there a difference between Osho's Buddha field and your Buddha field?
None. There aren't different Buddha fields. All Buddha fields are the same because all Buddha fields are created in the same way. It's when that's aware of the mind becomes aware of itself and stays aware of itself. Consciousness, conscious of itself, consciousness, aware of itself. There's no such thing as an individual Buddha field. They're all the same. The mind that has supported that Buddha field can be different, and it usually is. But the Buddha field is always the same.
And the last question, what would you say to someone who feels drawn to Osho today?
Finding a living teacher who's awake. Dead gurus, no matter how good they were, don't kick butt.